Well, today you might notice that we are filming in CinemaScope, and that's because it's Oscars season, or at least it was Oscars season 4 days ago, and I thought that that was worth comment. Firstly, I'm really pleased with the winners of the Oscars this year. I think they all deserved it. It's a shame that Michael Keaton didn't get Best Actor for Birdman, but Eddie Redmayne in Theory of Everything was absolutely amazing, so I can see exactly why he got it. Although it's a good job they hadn't seen Jupiter Ascending before they voted. Birdman did, of course, get Best Picture, and Whiplash too was recognised when the supporting actor got Best Supporting Actor. It also got Best Achievement in Sound Mixing, and, you know, it can't have been an easy film to mix, although this is where I start to have a problem with the Oscars. When you have an award like Best Sound Mixing, I'd really like to see it go to a film that has the best sound mixing, you know, that's something that's really pushed the boundaries, and I'm not sure that Whiplash was that film this year. It's really the same with the achievement in editing gong, which was another one that Whiplash picked up. I do kind of feel that some of these awards are being given because they haven't got the, you know, the best picture or best actor, and they just want to give the film an award. It's long been said that the award for making an artistic film is an Oscar, and that the award for making a financially successful film is money. I think that's wrong. It really should be recognising the best in the industry. Whether it's best because it's achieved something artistically, or whether it's best because it's actually done something that's technically difficult, that sort of thing matters as an award, and it should be a reason why one film doesn't win over another. Why is Eddie Redmayne better than, let's say, Chris Pratt for his work in Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean, what is there that Eddie Redmayne has technically achieved that Chris Pratt didn't achieve in Guardian? You know, that shouldn't be the context of the film. I mean, it wasn't the actor who chose the context of the film. Yes, they might have said yes to the script, and there might have been all sorts of script meetings and things, but that's not the point here. The point is, in Theory of Everything, was Eddie Redmayne a better actor than Chris Pratt was in Guardians of the Galaxy? Now, many of you, I'm sure, would say yes. And it's a debatable question because it's an artistic question. But the fact that Chris Pratt wasn't even mentioned at all, do I think that he deserved an Oscar? No, probably not. But I think that the criteria that is used to award these things really kind of needs to be looked at again. There's no reason why a film can't be both a financial success and an Oscar winner. At least there shouldn't be. Yes, it's important to support projects that are there purely for artistic reasons, or projects that aren't going to get the same amount of backing in terms of the money that they get from the box office. It's important to support artistic films. It's important to give them financial help. But giving them an Oscar isn't financial help, not really. And there's no problem for having Oscars that are dedicated to films that are the best artistically at something. I think we should really do that. Honestly, we should. But there's also no reason why we don't have Best Kids Movie, Best Movie for the Family, Best, you know, movie that people actually go and see. The Best Animation Award this year, for example, went to Big Hero 6. Now, if Big Hero 6 was a live-action film made by Marvel, it wouldn't have got recognition at all. But Big Hero 6 is going to be a really big box office movie. It already is a really big box office movie. Hell, it's Disney, for Christ's sake. It's the same people who made Wreck-It Ralph and Frozen. These guys, they know what they're doing. And they have got a big financial success on their hand. They don't need an Oscar. It's great that they got an Oscar, and they could very well have been the best film of the year. I mean, I would have liked to have seen this get some sort of recognition. Box Trolls was one of my favourite films of last year. I thought it did a really good job. It's the same studio that produced Coraline. I don't know if you remember that, the Neil Gaiman story, and Paranorman last year as well. And Box Trolls, I actually think there was something special about that people from lots of different generations seem to like. It should have had a nod, if a nomination at least. Okay, I get it. I'm not a member of the Academy, so I'm not necessarily looking for things that members of the Academy would look for, that people who've been in this industry for a long time should. But I do think that there's a certain film snobbishness when it comes to the Oscars, and I really think that it'd be great to just get away from that. It's not right that good films that are technically good, that should be contenders, aren't placed at all. It's not right that performances that are consistent performances again and again and again and again should have given no recognition whatsoever, just because somebody's playing a cripple in a wheelchair or the first black politician to do something special. I mean, actually Selma not being nominated for anything was an absolute disgrace as well, because that film is amazing. Anyway, that's my Oscars rant over for another year. I'm sure there'll be another one next year, or next award season, or tomorrow. But do remember that having an Oscar doesn't necessarily make a film a good movie, just a particularly worthy one. We were very lucky with last year's films. There were some amazing films in 2014. I hope there's going to be some amazing films in 2015 as well. But there are years when the films aren't quite so amazing, and beyond one or two contenders, you really think, okay, well, this is going to be either this or that film, and beyond that, the quality of work just isn't there. I was so pleased to hear about Julianne Moore, Patricia Arquette, Grand Budapest Hotel. Time and time again, out of the people who were nominated, I think everybody who I would have put in Oscar plays, they got the Oscars, and they deserved them, because the level of quality this year was just amazing. That's my opinion anyway. Off the back of their Oscars win for Best Picture, Fox Searchlight actually did release a fake a trailer for, trailer's the wrong word, advert, there you go, for a Birdman action figure. Now, you can't actually buy this action figure. It's just a kind of little nod to the fact that it was the Oscars and they've won one, and so look, here's a special sort of thank you thing. I'm going to leave you with that for now, but until next Wednesday, when hopefully I'll be back on Wednesday, if not it'll be next Thursday. These things happen, unfortunately. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Steve_Mello, or join us at Burnt Papyrus. You can find us on Facebook /Burnt Papyrus. Until then, to infinity, and that's the wrong superhero, isn't it?
There's something new in your backyard. It's Birdman! More powerful than ever before!
Yeah! Just like the movies! Birdman is trapped!
You're a part of the action!
Awesome! Watch this!
Look out, Birdman!
Not this time! Yeah! Thanks, Birdman!
Now, Birdman talks to you!
Smells like balls.
Batteries sold separately.